Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for a Hoopla workshop. My name is Jenny and I'm the programming coordinator at the Clinton Community Library. This will be a pretty basic introduction to Hoopla for those of you who have not had a chance to try it yet, or for those of you who want to see what it's all about before you commit to installing another app on your device. So what is Hoopla? Hoopla is one of the library's many online services like Overdrive, Universal Class, Creative Bug. It offers digital content by authenticating through your library card. You can access hundreds of thousands of titles of all types through Hoopla. This includes ebooks, audiobooks, movies, music, comics, or graphic novels, and TV shows. Now, before we get too far, I do want to make a note that whether your library card provides access to Hoopla is dependent on where your home library is, which is based off of your home address. So if you are a Clinton patron, a Town of Clinton patron, you have access to Hoopla because we subscribe to it. If your home library is elsewhere, then you want to give that library a call or check their website to verify whether they offer you this service. So what are the features of Hoopla, right? And why would you want to use it? Aside from having tons of titles, the best thing about it is that it grants instant access as opposed to other digital services like Overdrive or Libby, where there is a wait list or a holds list and a wait time. This means that you can borrow anything you see in their catalog at any time without wait times or holds. There are no late fees to worry about because items are returned automatically. You can use either a mobile device like your phone or tablet, or you can use your desktop computer to use the service. You can also use media streaming devices like Android TV, Fire TV, Roku, etc. It's an option that's usually applicable to shows or movies. Each library card holder can borrow up to 6 titles per month. So if your household has 3 people who each have their own library accounts, then you have 6 borrows for each of those cards. Using Hoopla's free bonus borrows do not count towards this limit. You can think of bonus borrows as free titles for the month. Borrows also do not roll over to the next month. You can lose them if you don't use them. And lastly, returning titles earlier does not change the number of items that you can borrow. So for checkout periods, they start from the time that you borrow a title. There are no penalties for not manually returning items. They will automatically be returned when the time limit is up. As far as I can tell, there are no real benefits to returning an item early. The only scenario I can think of is if you have borrows left near the end of the month and you have an item checked out that you wish to keep for longer, then you can just return it and borrow it again. That way it uses up the borrow and you now have the item for a new duration. So how to register. You only need your library card and your email for registration. And there are 2 ways to register. You can go on your desktop computer and visit hoopladigital.com and click on Get Started Today, and then just follow the instructions there. Or you can be on your mobile device, like your phone or your tablet, visit the App Store or Play Store and download the Hoopla Digital app, and that looks like that blue icon on the right. Once you download and install the app, you can click sign up and follow those instructions there. And now we're going to jump over to Hoopla to see what the interface looks like. I'm going to be using their website, but it's very similar to the app, just looks a little bit different, so let me do that. Okay, so I've got my email and password saved here, so I'm just going to log in. Okay, so let's first go over how you would search for a specific item. This is the interface that you see when you log in to the website. At the top here is the search bar. You can click into it and look for specific titles, your trending searches. I recommend you leave it on everything just to make it a broader search so you're not narrowing it down. So when you're searching something, the field should populate. So if I'm searching for Harry Potter, it's going to go ahead and populate. And it'll show you suggestions from different categories. So you can keep typing until you find what you see, and you can click on it or just hit the search icon here. So we've searched for Harry Potter, and this is what the results look like. Now, if you don't know what you're looking for, let's say you're just in the mood to browse, you can also do that. That would be the button on the left here, or where it says browse on your tablet or phone. You can click any of these categories: audiobooks, movies, music, comics, etc., and it will only show you those items. So if I click here on audiobooks, it's just going to bring up all the audiobooks they have in their database. So you can either look for specific formats like this, and then you can also even narrow it down further within the format. Right now it's defaulted to popular, but you can definitely go into categories. Show you what that looks like. So these are the top categories here, and they're all in alphabetical order. It's a little bit hard to read, but there's a lot of good stuff here, and they're very specific about breaking down the categories. So you can take a look at that if you're just browsing. So how do you check out an item, right? So let's pick something. I'm going to go back. Let's see. So these are titles I already have checked out, but I'm going to pick something. Let's click on this and see what it is. Okay, so it looks like it's a show. So if we wanted to check out the show, we would just click on it. And here is the borrow button. You can go ahead and borrow if you're ready. Hold on just a second. Okay, so this is the first episode and the second episode here. You do have to do it individually. I think I forgot to mention in the checkout periods, there are limits. Some shows will be 3 days per episode. Some are 2. It depends on what the publisher allows. So you have 3 days to borrow just one episode in this particular show. So if you're ready, you can just go ahead and click borrow, and we can just do that. And it's going to prompt you and let you know it's available for streaming and downloading on mobile devices only. Okay, so that's not something we can do because we're using a website, but you can still borrow it and hop onto your mobile device to view it. So let's not do this one. Let's find a book. Okay. And we can hit borrow here. This is Harry Potter. If you're not ready to borrow yet, you can save it under favorites with the heart, but I'm just going to hit borrow. Okay, and then I'll hit read. And okay, so this is what it looks like. It's downloading or waiting to load. So on your mobile device, you can tap the center to bring up the menu. But here, because we have a much bigger screen, the menu is just on the left here. And you can see there are multiple options. You can search within the book. You can just jump specific chapters if you like. You can access your bookmarks and to bookmark something. It's this little flag or little bookmark here. So if I click that, I've bookmarked this page. It's going to show up in my bookmarks. There it is. Highlights, it's if you highlight something within the text. Won't get too much into that. But settings here is something that you might find very useful. You can change the text size. You can increase it or decrease it. You can make the text bold, and it's flashing a lot here because it's just increasing the size of the text. So that's what happens. So just let it load. You can make the text bolder here by checking that off if you like. Change the theme, and all this other stuff. 2 columns, so if you're on your tablet and you see it as 2 columns, you might want to change it to 1 to make it easier to read. See how it's centered? You're only going to see 1 page. You can check out more of the settings here. The most useful, I think, is text size or even screen brightness, or here's also the font if you'd like. So there's that. To read, you'll just swipe or click on the right here to go forward, or left to go back, right here. And that's about it. You can also even jump pages at the bottom here if you want to. But that's about it for an ebook. So let's go back. I want to close Reader. Okay, so we're back to the Hoopla page. Just want to show you one more thing. I have an audiobook checked out, so I'm just going to show you. This is good to know. It's telling me what I've currently borrowed here, and also how many titles I have left. So you have 6 as a Clinton patron. I have used 5 to demonstrate for this class, so I have 1 more under this card. These are all my borrows currently. You can change that and remove these or hide these if you like. I'll show you in a bit. But let's go ahead and click on the audiobook here. I'm going to resume because I already checked it out. Something else that might be helpful is if you have found a title that you enjoy. Here's the publisher. Here is the author. Here's the person who narrates it if it's an audiobook. Maybe it's not with an audiobook. Let me go back to an ebook and show you what I mean. So we'll go into this ebook here. Okay. So this is what I'm looking for. So there are genres that this book falls under. If you liked this book, you might want to check out other genres and subgenres. It's under literary, coming of age, and family life, and these are all links that you can click to go to that category. You can also check out some of these similar authors or artists and go directly there to find more works by them. So that's it. Let me just jump back to the audiobook here. Just want to show you the control of what it looks like. I'm going to click resume. Hopefully it doesn't start playing. There we go. So I'm going to expand this to show you the controls. You can hit pause and play, fast forward, or rewind. All the controls are here. You can bookmark your spot with this bookmark here. And you can also jump to different chapters or jump to your bookmark, which I have some here. That's about it for audiobooks. Oh, and it looks like you can change the speed if you wanted to read faster or slower. You can do that. That's about it for an audiobook. Now, if you are done with the title, you can click Return Now, and I'll just go ahead and return this. Just show you what it looks like. It's reminding you that returning an increased borrow will not increase the number remaining for the month. So we're just going to hit OK. And now this item is returned. You can see that because it says borrow here. Not much more to show you. comic books are quite similar to ebooks. Music and movies or shows are quite similar in functionality as well. They have very limited options. You can stream those to your TV if you like through a media streaming device, but I'm not going to show that here. More tips. Let's go to privacy settings. So this gear is a settings icon. If you click it, it'll take you to your settings. Here is where you can control whether you want your borrow history to be saved in your Hoopla account. I do want to make it clear that the library does not see any of your items specifically that you have checked out. This is between you and Hoopla. So if you want to hide or not have it be recorded, just check this box and make sure it's in blue. So it's being hidden right now by borrowing history. You can turn on kids mode here, or you can actually do it where it says here. You would just click that or click that to turn on kids mode. I can show you in a bit what it looks like. You can turn off emails, marketing emails from Hoopla if you like. We can just hit no. And if you need to, if you want Hoopla to recommend things for you, you can go to recommendations. Right now I have mystery and nonfiction checked off from the last class. You can leave it blank as well, but you can also click them, whatever you like. It could be more accurate to your taste if you do check them off. That's about it for here. Kids mode. So let's see what that looks like. I'm going to go to the front page. If I turn on kids mode here, it's only going to show me what is appropriate for children. So you can see I had Tom and Jerry favorited, so it's showing me that, and then also Harry Potter. That about concludes it. I'm going to just hop over to my slideshow again. Oh, I do have one more thing to tell you. So if you're directly searching on Hoopla, and you know you only want it on Hoopla, that's fine. You can directly search on hoopladigital.com, just as I showed you. The other way is if you're just searching through the library catalog and you're not sure, you're open to the format of how you receive the item. If we have a physical book, you're okay with that, or a Hoopla item, you can search in the library catalog. And on the right is the entry that you see when you search. What happened on the right is I searched for the Dutch House under our library catalog at search.midhudsonlibraries.org, and this entry is showing me that Hoopla has the Dutch House as an e-audiobook, and you can see that the highlighted red above it is the title in Overdrive, and as you can see, it is not available. It says 0 of 1 copies available. So if you ever see this entry that looks like a block of text in the library catalog, that means that item is available in Hoopla, and you can go ahead and click it, and it will take you right to the entry. If you have Hoopla installed on your mobile device and you're searching on your mobile device, it will actually pull up the app for you, so that's quite handy. If you need further help with Hoopla, we have free tech help at the Clinton Community Library Saturdays from 9 to 1. We accept in-person drop-ins or appointments if you'd like. We can also do sessions over the phone or online. Just email our teen tech, Samantha, at clinton.techhelp@gmail.com to schedule an appointment. And thank you so much for tuning in to this workshop, and hope you have a great day. Thank you.